Hey there, welcome back. This is your girl Conscious Tea Queen here. I'm so happy to be back. Hey guys, I missed you so much. Before we get into the video, I wanted to first thank everyone who's liked, comment, and subscribed to my channel. Oh my gosh, over this past few, it's been insane. So I firstly want to thank everyone during these times who has hit me up, who has messaged me on Instagram, who's even subscribed or in the comments has even commented or anything. I wanted to thank every single one of you guys because you guys help, you guys create the community here. So I just want to thank you for resonating with me, for even watching this video now. I wanted to tell you guys just thank you from the bottom of my heart. Now that we got that out the way, without further ado, let's get into the video. But one thing before that, I know there's been a lot going on, and the media, in the outside world now, I have been needing for myself as well to just sit back and just assess, because this situation is one of those things where it's going to be life-changing for everyone. You know what I'm saying? Currently, we're all going through the pandemic. We're all forced to stay home. Parents have to homeschool, me, myself included. I have 3 children plus a stepdaughter, so that's 4 children that needs homeschooling. So that's a lot of my time. My time is very limited. So it's kind of this whole situation has kind of had me pull back on my videos because my children has needed my time as well. And through this pandemic, it's been a lot going on. I've been seeing, the first it was it was people passing away, and then the pandemic hit, the market crashed, people lost their jobs. Now we're having the protests, and people are speaking up about the injustices that's happening within this country, and it's just causing a lot. I just feel that all this frustration that's just building up in everyone, and just everyone wanting to be heard, and it's just this time where we just need to be together. We all need to come together at common ground. We want things to be swept under the rug. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to feel insignificant. It's just a lot of other host of different things. Not everyone agrees with what people may feel right now, but I feel like if you haven't lived in the shoes of that person, there's not much to that you can not much experience that you can really go off of to really say you understand what another person's going through unless you lived in their shoes. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like this is just like everything that's been happening. It's been a huge call for change within human collective. There's so much that has changed. We are hurting this planet right now. Millions of animals is going extinct. There are millions of trees that has been burned, Amazons that's been burned. That's basically most of our air supply here on Earth. So much is going on, and I've been needing to just sit back for a moment because it's been so intense, and I know everyone is in their own place right now and trying to make sense of it all and trying to understand where they need to go with their lives, especially if you've lost your job or have been subjected to sitting home. This is why I say in the beginning of the year I did a video where I was talking a lot about what we needed to do in order for us to manifest our best year this 2020. And I know in the beginning, once everything hit, it was hard for all of us to see where this was going to take us. You know what I'm saying? It's put everything at a halt. It's like Mother Nature. Not even Mother Nature. I wouldn't even say Mother Nature, because pandemics are created by how we live. So it's something that we need to change, that we're doing, that's not helping us at all anymore. And I felt like as I was, spent a lot of time journaling, learning in courses, getting certificates, getting, just knowledge, just diving deep into the books, because that's basically what I've been doing most of the time. Reading, courses, classes, utilizing my time to build up my skills, because that's just basically what this time is for. That time frame was to stand still and observe, and not only that, implement new skills. It gave everyone a chance to sit back and assess what they want to actually do with their lives if this doesn't work out anymore. And I feel like this is pushing everyone in a direction, not everyone, but a lot of people, into being their own bosses and trying to actually do those careers that they've been putting off for a very long time. So I just wanted to talk about that. I just have so much I've been wanting to say, but it's been, the experience been kind of like, I had to get my energy right, because it's been a lot going on. I've lost some family members through this pandemic. My grandmother. My family members have gotten sick, but thank goodness they recovered. There's been a lot going on, and it's been a lot for all of us. So I'm just so happy to kind of just have this platform to where I can just talk to you guys, and we can just learn, from each other as well. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, I do not have all of the answers at all. I am learning just like you. I'm on my path just like you. I made this channel because I wanted to share the things that I've learned with others, and maybe learn something from other people too in the same light of that. I also wanted to create a place where we can talk more about self-development, and making our lives, more fulfilled and, fruitful. Living our best lives, being our best versions. And that's why I made this channel. So when I quit my job a whole year ago, I would have never thought that I would be receiving the messages that I'm receiving from people, that I would be getting the success behind the scenes that I'm getting currently. And it's just been very intense. It's been on. So, I'm just really, really happy, to have this platform and to be able to be here with you guys. So, I just wanted to say all that before we get into the video. I just wanted to say that little announcement first. And now we're going to get into the video about signs and symbolism. And I wanted to talk about the importance of being able to pay attention to the signs in nature, and in our waking reality, we see them all the time. Signs, symbols play a very, very big part in our spiritual development. But not only that, it gives us the answers in which we are looking for if we understand the symbolism. Because I'm gonna let you know right now, it's like I said, it's all about symbology. So when I start to talk about that, when I think about symbology and symbolism, I'm just going to talk from my own experience, what's been happening to me as I've been going through my spiritual awakening process. I'm gonna let you know now, when you're going through your spiritual awakening process, you're gonna be going through a lot of different spiritual awakening processes, and they all bring you to an up level or upgrade, understand, from the last spiritual awakening that you had. And currently I'm in that place where I'm growing, my intuition is growing, my acuteness to decipher messages or hidden symbolism is growing, with my grasp knowledge of understanding symbolism and ancient signs, things that are of old, that actually hold value now if you understood it, okay? So I would say, in order for you to be able to decipher your guides' messages, the messages from spirit, angels, your ancestors, I feel that the most important tool that we can use in order for us to decipher our messages in which our spirit guides, our ancestors, our angels send to us, is to understand symbolism. Okay? Symbolism and signs, meaning it could be like the Ankh, right? The Ankh is a sign that means life. It's about the ever-changing cycles of life as well. So it also was used as a protection symbol. and it's not just, it's just a small example of what symbols can be. So I'm gonna give you a little story on what I mean when I talk about how, you know, as you go in your spiritual awakening process, how your intuition starts to open up more the more you allow yourself to meditate, and maybe even using oracle cards or tarot cards to help open your intuition and to trust that these things, you start to be more aware of symbolism. So I'm gonna give you an example. So what happened with me as I was going through my spiritual awakening, before I even started with tarot, I was starting to see numbers. Now, anytime you see any repeated number in your waking reality, you already know it's a message from the universe, from your angels, from your guides, that they're trying to relay something to you. Now, numbers hold vibration, you know, and characteristics. They hold certain characteristics that we can implement within our lives, but we have to be able to understand the symbolism of that said number. Even numbers can be associated with certain letters as well. If you would look more into that, you would know about the Pythagorean alphabet and numerology. So these, understanding symbolism, understanding signs, understanding the elements, you know, even learning about astrology, you know, learning about the stars. These are things that has been done for thousands and thousands of years. In ancient times, astronomers were astrologers. You understand? They all play hand in hand. You understand? They all play hand in hand. You could not have astrology without astronomy. You know, they came together. So these things have been done for years. Understanding symbolism, understanding signs, understanding ancient signs, you know, looking up on those things, basically just understanding that. So back to my story. So as I was not even using tarot cards yet, but I was starting to see numbers. And the numbers started to come more frequently when I was in a certain position and certain situation and a job that I was not happy at, okay? I started making videos, like practice videos, because I started to fantasize about having a YouTube channel, because at the time while I was doing my job, I was falling off my spiritual path, okay? And I wasn't as up on my spiritual practice as I know I should have been. It just didn't feel right, you know what I'm saying? They started showing me, you know, numbers like 1111, my birthday numbers, you know, they started showing me so many different things that were in correlation of me quitting that job. Eventually, long story short, I finally got the courage to quit that job, and I was done with it. But then they started to send me animals. I started to see repetitive animals over and over and over again, and they would come very close to me. It wasn't like, oh, you know, no, they would come, they would make themselves known to me. That's how I knew this was a message, you know what I'm saying? And in ancient, no, not even ancient, I would say Native Americans, they believed that animals, trees, birds, they all are considered sacred, and they all have messages or medicine that we can use to implement within our lives. They look at the animals as something very sacred, and we respect it. You know, they also understand that in the morning time, if you ever look at it in the morning time, when you wake up, who's the first that you're gonna hear in the morning? Who wakes us up in the morning? The birds. It's really amazing how they're so in tune with the rhythm of earth that they don't have a watch, but they know when to get up. You know what I'm saying? And that's a whole message within itself about just being. You know what I'm saying? About just being. You know, and there's a lot of different other messages within that too, but that's just what I can get off the top of my head right now. And also when it comes down to symbology, I feel like that's helped me, like, just really learning more about it helped me really learn how to decipher the messages in which my angels send to me better. You know, learning symbology is like the #1 thing I would say. Also, I would go into another, after that situation, after I quit the job, I was getting breadcrumbs. I was getting like breadcrumbs of knowledge of little steps to take. I would see repetitive, like I said, animals and insects and butterflies and dragonflies. I was going through a whole transformation of my life, and I was stepping out like the fool. Like if you ever know anything about tarot, it's like when you're embarking on a new journey, on a new different territory that you don't know where it's gonna lead, but you know that you gonna do it anyway. So I was in my fool's journey part of my journey at that time, and I had to trust it. And when I did, it led me to oracle cards and tarot. And then once I started doing that, I tell you not, it really opened up my intuition even more. Now I will say this, everyone has intuition, everyone has psychic gifts, everyone has these things, but just some people are born just with a little bit more depending on their bloodline. Like some people have people in their family that have crazy dreams. If you have a grandmother that had very intense dreams, or you had a family member that just could tell you, just could be very psychic, just know what the hell you thinking, you be like, what the hell? Like I have family members like that. I have a lot of women in my family that were very highly psychic and were healers. A lot of women in my family are healers. So it's something that I had to kind of take recollection of as I started to get more in touch with my ancestry. But that's another story for another day. But like I said, when it came down to me getting into following my intuition, following my interest is what did it. Following my interest, following the things that I like, just allowing my curiosity to go like a child. It opened me up into a whole different world of symbology, and I would see signs in the clouds. I would see, it was like one day it was just like boom, it was just like, it's just over time and gradually, but then I started like, it's just like everything just started brightening up for me. Like it was it was like I was going through a process where I was being affected by the moon cycles a lot, and I started noticing, wait a minute, my cycle goes with the moon, you know what I'm saying? And I just started paying attention to my body when the moon cycles would happen, just started doing those things, just really paying attention to how I reacted. And I started realizing, whoa, hey, hold on, I am really much affected by the moon, you know what I'm saying? And I started really paying attention to that. Like I was getting, like my energy levels was changing around that time. Like I was waking up having prophetic dreams. I was also having, it was crazy. I had a dream 2-3 years ago when I was pregnant. 2 years ago when I was pregnant with my son. About 3 years ago. I'm sorry. 3 years ago, when I was pregnant with my son, I had a dream that Aretha Franklin had passed away, and that her family members were trying to sell all of her stuff. I mean everything. And I saw it like it came to me in a dream, like it was, and it's crazy because at the time she did not pass away. So I just looked at her like, okay, whatever, you know what I'm saying? But it was just really weird how like a year later or something like that, she passed away, you know what I'm saying? And it was just like, whoa. And then to find out her family members were trying to sell her stuff. So that was like, okay, wow. But it was crazy in my dream. It came out like it was almost like a garage sale. Like they was just saying, yeah, you want this, yeah, that, like that. It was like they was trying to get money if they could, you know, and I didn't feel like they really needed to, but they just wanted a piece. That's what I felt. That's what came to me in my dream. And then later on, I guess it got proven that's what happened. But I wrote that in my journal. I have it in my journal that I wrote back in 2017. But those things started to really happen to me as I started to go through my awakening process. It was something that was happening over time, but it just started to really peak as I started to make the changes and take the risk that I needed. That's when it was like Spirit started seeing me trying to make, shake, and move stuff. They was like, oh, okay, you ready? Boom, the floodgates are open. And it was like to the point where, especially when I started dealing with tarot or oracle cards, I really started seeing the symbolism. It was to the point where I was seeing symbols everywhere and I didn't understand what the symbol meant or anything. I was seeing ancient symbols that I never saw before until I looked up and I was like, what? Okay, they were sending me ancient druid symbols. I was seeing ancient Norse, not Norse. I was just say things that are associated with Norse mythology, but I would also say like runes. They would show me runes. I would see the symbols of runes. Like, I didn't understand why I was seeing that, but I'm telling you, I've never in my life ever like seen so many different things. And now it's like my intuition is bumping up a level where I'm starting to see symbols and signs everywhere on everything. Not just, it's like not on everything, but I would say just about everywhere I turn, I'm seeing something. I'm seeing symbolism. And I wanted to say that the reason why I was even making this video about the symbolism, because when I'm telling you, when you understand symbolism, you understand how spirit speaks. Spirit can't just straight out and just say things, you know. It has to be, it's always going to be in symbols and signs and synchronicities that we're going to be able to communicate with them. There's some of us out here that's able to hear spirit very, very clearly in their mind's eye, or even they may actually hear it, you know, like physically, you know, that can happen too. But then most of the time it could come in as your own, clairaudience can come in as your own, like the sound of your voice. It sounds like the sound of your voice, but it sounds wiser or just different. I don't know. But that's how that can be. That's how that can manifest for some people. But yeah, I just wanted to just talk about that. If you was to understand or just really get that symbols will help you to decipher messages of how your guides speak to you, it will open you up so much more to what's going on. Like I was seeing, like I told you, so I was seeing runes, and that's, you know, I haven't yet picked up runes, you know, through casting lots and casting runes or anything. I haven't picked that up yet, but it's been something that has been kind of like, you know what I mean, showing up for me for like a year now. And I've never, this has never happened to me. In this lifetime at least. So like I said before, you know, understanding signs, understanding the symbolism, well, to understand the symbolism, it will help you understand the signs. And understanding numerology helps you too. Understanding that, you know, numbers are associated with letters as well can help you understand symbology even more. Even colors have a symbolic, you know, essence to it. You know what I'm saying? It has every number, every color, music, words hold a vibration. You understand? And when you look at numbers and you would look up the attributes of it, I'm guarantee you, if you look it up, it's some attribute of that number that you either need to implement in your life or is encouraging you to keep up in your life. You understand? Sometimes we'll get these messages, or we'll get these like numbers that can even be associated with people close to us. See, that part can be a little tricky, because sometimes those messages can be either association to, say, if you have a lover, right, and you keep seeing their birthday and y'all broke up, or or let's say you have you have a significant other, or you have someone, a grandmother that may have passed away, and you keep seeing her birthday, but you know, it's really hurt you really badly. That person has left, so now you keep seeing their number. Well, that's a big indication of healing from the situation. Sometimes our ancestors will send us the numbers because they want you to know that they're there. They also want you to know that they're okay. And you know, you can go forward with what you need to do. You know what I'm saying? That they got your back. In the spiritual realm, they got you. You understand? And one thing that I would learn throughout my spiritual journey, you know, that when we, you know, lose someone, I've lost family members. I've lost 2 grandmothers in a year's time. My great grandmama, I have made videos about her, and I miss her so much. I miss her. She was the most, man, sassiest woman. She was a Libra. She was the sassiest woman I ever met in my life. I tell you, and she would tell you like it is, okay, honey? She would. But sometimes, you know, they'll send you things. They'll send you, you know, you'll see birds, you'll see cardinals, you'll see butterflies. You know, they'll send you to let you know that they're okay and that you don't need to worry about them. They're good, you know. So, sometimes, like I said, it would be a number associated with a certain pain or something that you need to change, something that you need to heal, something that you need to you know, implement more in your life. Like, say if you've seen the number 1 a lot, that means you need to walk into your leadership. You need to be the leader. You are a leader, you know, and you need to either make a choice or a new beginning, or you need to create that new beginning, you know, just by planning it, you know. But that's basically what I wanted to say about symbology. Learning about symbology, learning about signs and symbols, ancient symbols, has really helped open my eyes to just how spirit speaks to me. And I feel like once you sit there and, you know, learn about symbology, you know what I'm saying, learn about astrology, learn about numerology, learn about just anything, even learn about, you know, learn about spirit power animals, and, you know, animal spirit guides. Learn about that. You know, even animals have certain attributes that we can implement within our own, you know, personality that they can help us with. If you need strength, you know, lean into the lion. The lion, not even just the strength, courage. You want courage. Leaning onto the lion spirit to give you courage, to give you strength, to give you that go-getter. You know what I'm saying? That just that energy of being, you know, confident, you know. So it's just, that's why I wanted to say, like, animals, numbers, signs, symbols, they all are under the umbrella of how our guides speak to us, okay? So I just wanted to say that, guys. I really hope the video helped you. I know I kind of made it like 30 minutes, but I just wanted to talk. I'm gonna get back to my numerology videos, not just my numerology video, I'm sorry, my angel number and numerology videos. I'm going to be getting back to that. I got some new equipment. I'm hoping this thing is not too loud, because I know my voice could be loud, and I got a new mic. So please let me know how the audio sounds and what you guys think about the picture. I'm trying to upgrade myself out here. I got me a new camera. I can't stand it. I think I need a little better light, but just let me know how it looks, guys. I'm really trying to, you know, make this experience, you know, on the channel here more enjoyable for you. I even got a bunch of ideas I'm going to be doing and moving forward. I even had a bunch of ideas given to me by some of the subscribers, so I want to thank you guys. Everyone who's hit me up in my inbox, I've listened to every single one of you, and I've even, well, as I have had time, but over the time I have definitely listened to, read all y'all messages, and I just want to thank you for just even reaching out to me on my small Instagram account. It's very small, but it's growing slowly, and if you like this content, please give it a thumbs up. It does help the channel. It really does help the channel grow. It helps the algorithm, and it may help someone else when they are looking for some type of video like this. So without further ado, I hope you guys have a blessed day. Stay safe out here. I just want to wish you guys the best. Okay, guys, catch you next time on the next video. Peace.